Hi friends. What's up guys? Today is April 22nd and it's 8:35 and I have work in like 25 minutes, so let's talk. So today is the beginning of a vlog, and I did a vlog last week and thoroughly enjoyed it. Because I'm busy, I always feel like I can't create content when I'm busy, when I'm working, school, stuff like that. I just feel like I can't manage all of it. Not realizing that I can, it's just how I do it. So normally I get on here, record like a full-fledged video situation, but I always forget about vlogs. But back to the story, I vlogged last week, I'm gonna be editing that today, and I was like, let's keep this going for April, just to see how it goes, you know? So you guys are gonna be getting vlogs from me. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. That's what it's gonna be. At least until the end of April. We got like 10 days or something left in April, and then May we can get back to our normal scheduled programming. But wanted to talk about kind of my week, my plans. I just did this on my other channel and I tried to keep it less about books, but somehow these two concepts overlap. So my personal channel is mostly for like wellness, motivation, mental, you know, that kind of thing. While this space is more of my book space, right? All about my books. So to kind of kickstart on that part, let's talk about what I'm reading this week. So I am still working on Circling Back to You. I'm on chapter 15. I'm literally in the middle. We are 50% right here, and still loving it, still liking it. I'm reading this super slow, and I feel like I am because I was really focused on The Last Magician last week. But now I think I can focus on this, and that is really my plan of attack. Now, I do have to finish up one more bingo for the Nostalgic Readathon, and the two key elements was read a book about sports, which we know I chose The Interception by Alexa Martin, and then read a book about found friends. I can't talk today. All Our Hidden Gifts is what I'm going to be reading for that. So I have these three books. This is my book stack for the week. In addition to that, I will be complementing this week with a little bit more of Princess Peach. I started playing last night while I was editing content for my other channel, and I freaking love this game. It's so cute. I don't talk a lot about games on this channel. Again, that's my other channel, but this is such a cute game. It's so cute. Also, when I say Princess Peach had the looks in here, baby, Miss Girl had all the looks. She was not going. So I got that as well as the controller for my birthday, and I haven't had a lot of time to play because of the busy time this is, but I played last night and it was a blast. I loved it. So that's that. It's weird. I'm doing two vlogs this week, one for this channel and one for my other channel, and I decided to test this theory. I have to talk about this thing here, my phone, and she dirty, so don't pay attention to her, okay? I spent a lot of time on this thing. Last night, I got in bed at exactly 10 o'clock. Exactly 10 o'clock, and I said, okay, 30 minutes, you can either read or you can watch TV, whatever you want to do, but you need to be in bed. You need to be asleep by 10:30, right? No, your girl hopped on all of those social media platforms, got caught up in the swiping mood, and my butt didn't go to bed. Anywho, so with all that being said, this week I will be trading my phone time for reading time and see how effective this will be. Now, this is just an experiment because I already read throughout the day, but do I pick up my phone more frequently? Do I pick up my books? Sometimes, depending on the story. So that is the plan for this week. We will see how far we get by the end of the week. Today is Monday, so let's just say the end of the week is Sunday. And I do have some big pieces on my to-do list. So I know this weekend I'm not going to get a lot of ready. Nope, let me not say that. This weekend I have a lot of things to do, but I still will get some reading in. So the goal is on my breaks, on my lunch, instead of strolling, I will be reading, but also in between. So when I go to bed, instead of grabbing my phone, I'm going to grab my Kindle. I'm going to really try to get the reading done. For one, I didn't have a long reading list for this month anyway. You guys know that with the readathon and everything that was going on. I technically just have these 3 books planned. The rest of my books done, finito, finish those, plus another book that I didn't plan on reading. So I wanted to make sure that I at least finished the books that I had set for the nostalgic readathon. I read other books that fit into the readathon, thankfully, but I still have the 3 that I said I was going to read. So those are going to be the last of the bit, and hopefully I can finish them by the end of the month. We'll see how it goes. But my biggest goal is to finish Circling Back to You this week. And then anything else will be a lovely bonus. That is the plan for this week. I'm about to get started on work and I just finished journaling. So I did all my morning to-dos and I will check you guys on a break or something. But yeah, not too many updates, nothing too crazy. We'll see how this goes. So I just am taking my first 15-minute break really quick. I have started back reading Circling Back to You. I switched over to my tablet last night and I don't know where I am in the physical book. So I'm going to finish this chapter on the Kindle and then hop back into the book at the beginning of the next chapter. Just had a phone call with my sister. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. But I'm getting out of this desk and I'm going to switch over to my sofa for my break. So just keeping myself accountable by reading and not strolling. Y'all wish me luck. I'm doing the things I say I am. So currently smack dab in the middle on chapter 15. And so far we have a goofy guy, we have a serious girl, we have a girl who is grieving, we have a girl who's a little bit shy of like revealing herself, her core self to other people. She has some weird dynamics with family. We have Matt, who is funny, goofy, he's a salesman, and he likes her and he's digging her. He's been digging her, but he's played the backfield. So now he's really trying to get up there and get into the game. And now we're at a point where it's forced proximity and now they're working and they are full of, well, she's full of emotions because he just spent time with her family. So now she feels very naked, right? She can't hide behind the unknown because he knows too much now. Like, it was one situation where she couldn't control what will happen and what he knew, and that was with his family. So her dad talked to him and he's getting like curious about her life. So he's asking these questions like, yo, what's up between you and your dad? What's up between you and your brother? And it's so good. I appreciate the story so much because it's talking about like how you get older and the responsibilities of your family starts to kind of bend on you. I'm the oldest of 10, so I'm so used to my family needing me and me showing up for my family. But I feel like I have also work through that to the point my family understands when I need to step back or when I can't. And this is very much like her parents are getting older. Well, her mom passed away. Her dad is getting older. He's hurt himself. So they had to kind of change up their lifestyle to make sure he's safe. But her brother is also expecting. So now the conversation is becoming, I'm the oldest brother, I'm going to take care of dad, but now I have to go and like raise my own family. And Candace is worried that that responsibility is going to fall on her. For one, her and her dad's relationship isn't the best, but also she doesn't know if she's equipped to do it while still tackling her career goals. So it's just, it's such a good book. And I feel like I can relate to a lot of it as far as like caring for your family, like your parents getting older and having to like make a plan, right? And being the oldest and having to figure out stuff for other people. And it's so many things that are done well that are super relatable in the story. I'm just saying, I personally, you may not have the same experience, you may not, vibe with it, but I definitely am. I set a timer so I can step away from my desk and read over at my standing desk and on my sofa where I'm comfortable. So I'm going to finish up this chapter and then head back to work, but my phone is across the room intentionally to ensure that I am not strolling. I'm separating myself from the phone. It's across the room with a timer, so that's when I'll go over and pick it up. Just saying. Anywho, I gotta get back to my reading. I will chat with you guys very, very, very soon when I'm on my lunch. We got actions, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. So the things are heating up. They have confessed their attraction for each other, and he wants to know if she's going to give him a real chance at being with her. I'm really liking this book, y'all, I'm not gonna lie. Am I a romance girly? I don't know. I own a lot of romance, but mostly because I love covers and I pick up books based on covers all the time, and most of them are romance. This is such a cute story. I'm digging it. I'm digging it, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, I am digging it. It is very, very cutesy. More to come. This is a spoiler about this book. If you want to read it, you totally can, but I'm probably going to save my other 2 reads for my lunch break. I'm just gonna use my 15s to knock out Circling Back to You here and there, and then for my lunch break, I'm either going to read the other 2 books, read a chapter per book, and then maybe play video games. I don't know. We'll see. I might just walk on my treadmill. Let's just be honest. But yeah, I'm digging the story. I'm digging the vibes. And I gotta get my ass back to work. Hi, friends. So let's get an update of my reading for yesterday. So I read 2 chapters of The Interception by Alexa Martin, which was fine. Sorry, my Alexa thinks I'm talking to her. I read 2 chapters of The Hidden Gifts, and then I read 5 chapters of Circling Back to You. And honestly, huge improvement on my reading. I think I read a total of 100 pages yesterday, like 102 pages yesterday, so I was bustling and hustling throughout the day. So I loved that for me. For romance books or whatever, so I paused on reading last night to stuff my Kindle. So I guess I kind of did a little social media, if that counts, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I want it to count. But got a ton of more books, ebooks through that. And I know it's like stuff your audiobook or something like that coming up too in May. But haven't read today. I'm on lunch right now, so I think I'm gonna pick up Circling Back to You. But I just realized The Interception has a audiobook version. Yeah, but it says I gotta wait 2 weeks. So my plan is to not prioritize that book until later towards the end of the week. It's Tuesday, so that'll be my plan. I'm just like updating my notebooks and stuff like that. I need to go over what I'm going to be reading for next month to add to my calendar. I'm currently in my content calendar. I have my work calendar and then I have my content calendar and all my little events. So this is more personalized to the day-to-day stuff. But I am planning on coming back with sprints next month. I'm just trying to make it make sense because I have a lot of big stuff coming up next month for May. One, I'm doing a photo shoot. I haven't took photos in a while. I want to say like my wedding. So I want to take photos for my channel to kind of update my channels. So I'm going to have that on one end, but then I also have my other channel that I'll be updating stuff there. So I have that. I also need to decorate my patio and clean out my closets and do the whole spring clean thing. I did it with my clothes, but I didn't go through like everything like I normally do. So I decided that I'm going to clean out my closets and stuff most likely this weekend. And then, of course, my anniversary, which me and my husband are playing with the idea of taking some time off and just kind of going somewhere. And that's also in May. So it's like, again, every time I think things are cleared out, every time I think I'm like, it's going to be smooth sailing, smooth cruising, things start to pop up and this calendar gets fat. So I'm just trying to stay on top of things and get things done. Hopefully things work out in my favor. Just saying. So that is the plan. That is the update for today. I'm most likely just going to focus on Circling Back to You. I read this book last month I mean, not, I say this every time. I read it last week, but I didn't prioritize it. But now I think I'm going to prioritize just this book and get that finished. And then get a little bit more into all our hidden gifts. These will be the two I prioritize for the next 2 or 3 days. And then what I'll do this weekend, I'll pick back up The Interception, and hopefully the audiobook will be available and I can finish it over the weekend. If not, I'll just read it and finish it over the weekend. But these will be the two. These will be the two mamas, okay? That's what we're doing. Last night, I did get a chance to play a little bit of Princess Peach. I had some fun there. And then I just kind of hung out with my hubby and we watched the Orville. He is very much a sports guy, but he'll watch whatever the heck I throw on the TV. So yesterday I made him watch the first episode of the Orville and he's like, babe, you're really a nerd, but you're also a goofball. And I'm like, yeah, that's the best description of me, is that I am a nerd, a collector, and a goofball. Those are the 3 best qualities I have. So we did that. Actually, he cooked dinner. He made burgers. And yeah, we just had a pretty smooth night. I got a lot of things finalized as well. So I'm very, very happy about that. So I got confirmation for my nails, my hair. The last thing on my list for my photo shoot is clothes. I need to decide on what looks I'm going to put together and do. But that's about it. But the big stuff is out of the way. And then, yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it as far as like book related things. The hard part about having 2 channels, can I just say this, is I tend to kind of let things flow naturally, but I never like make sure that I'm designating certain information for the channel that it is best equipped for. So I got to be mindful of that, because this is a book space. This is my book world. I'm a book girly. Love that. But sometimes I share like the things I would show on my personal channel, which is like functionality, my schedule, mental health, wellness, all that stuff. I'm trying to designate them to certain channels so people who view my content know what they're getting into, right? I don't want this space to become like a vlogging channel kind of space, because that's not the kind of, you know, setup is over here, right? This is very much book world, book girly space, and I don't want to overlap. Now, if you want to get more of the personal side, the wellness, the day-to-day, the vlogs, whatever, then that makes sense that you would follow me on that channel. But if you're here for books, baby, you're gonna get books. Ugh. And to say that, I want to remind myself, like, I still have to finish, it's not finished, but like I'm still receiving books, or things are still on the way for my book haul, and I am behind a whole nother book haul. So I don't know if you guys are going to see my birthday book haul this month. You might actually get it next month for that reason. So just to kind of let you guys know, what's going on with your girl over here doing stuff. I am living for all the great things that's coming my way. And I'm just feeling really hella grateful, you know, hella grateful in this space. So happy. I'm so happy with the people I am in contact with. I am so happy with the friendships that I have. I've said this before, your girl is coming from a space of grace, love, and support. And anything that opposes this, you can go away now. You can click away now. If you are against any of that, this is not the space for you, nor would I make it a space for you. I said all this, but I want to really make it clear, because it's a lot of weirdness that happens in any kind of space, right? There's always this weird stuff when a community exists, right? There's always something crazy going on. There's always some chaos. There's always some negative energy. There's always a bad comment, negative, whatever the hell you want to call it. I get that. But I be in my own little world, my own little space, my own little corner, just doing my own little thing, right? And then nonsense arrives and expects me to open the door. Ew, we're not doing that. nonsense. We're not doing that over here. We are positive vibes, good energy, motivation, love, and more importantly, books, books, books. Okay? So I say all this, but I digress. I just wanted to make sure that we're very clear and we're on the same page. If you want to see more of my nonsense and my shenanigans, by all means, hit the sub button, you know? But anywho, I'm doing a lot of talking and not a lot of reading right now. So I am going to take the next 20 minutes I have left of my break and just kind of read, circling back to you. I think I got to chapter 19 last night. So it is getting good, but I am already seeing the crazy stuff happening. Like, there's big events that are happening to both characters. That's my work computer. There's big events that are happening for both characters, but because of the delicate relationship they currently have, they're not sharing it with each other, and you know something's gonna go wrong. So I am going to find out exactly what the hell's going wrong. Alrighty, but yes, just wanted to give you all a quick update. I know I didn't close out yesterday, so I wanted to give you guys a little update today. Other than that, I'm just gonna be reading and possibly recording and editing once I finish this. So your girl got stuff to do. I adore you guys. I will check in laters when things are ready to rock and roll. Oh, look at that sun on me. Yeah, girl be glowing. Okay, I don't know what's going on with my chair. It's been making a lot of noise. And I'm trying to figure out how the hell it's making so much noise. And it's not even a year old yet. Like, I put my husband through the ringer trying to find me a freaking chair, and now that I've had it for a couple of months, it's starting to make this squeaky noise like it needs some WD-40 on it, and it's bothering me. But I'm digging how my skin looking with the sun hitting. I'm sorry in advance. Y'all know I don't have a window in here. It's literally just my doors, and the sun is setting, and my patio doors have a lot of light coming through them right now, so I'm sorry that it's reflecting. But anywho, today is the 23rd, my little sister's birthday. We celebrated her birthday all weekend, and today she is going to go celebrate with her boo thing. So fun. Had a long, nice day at work. Got a lot of stuff done, so I'm feeling pretty good about it. I read a little of, what is it called? It's back there on my desk, like if you guys can't see my little stack there. All Our Hidden Gifts. It's definitely YA. Just reading this book, it is very, it's weird. Like, in my mind, the main character's voice is so childish, and like her comments are very childish, and not in a sense of like, oh, she's being childish. It's just the things that she says, you can tell her age group. And I get it. It's still interesting read so far. But then they threw in a little splash, a dash, there's some swear words in it, and I'm like, my brain can't compute because it's already agreed and set on the fact that she's young. So my head, when she makes like inappropriate comments or like she swears or curses or whatever, my brain's like, what? You're too young for that. Like, you don't do that. Like, it's weird. So I did read a little bit of that. I have not read any more of Circling Back to You. I might actually do that tonight. That is the updates on reading for today. Right now I am checking on my Disney Dreamlight. I've been playing so much. So for my sister's birthday, we got her boyfriend got her a Switch, and then I bought her games, and my sister bought her games, and we got her controller. So she's so set. She's currently playing Bratz right now, so she's messaging us. And it's so funny because we have like this group chat where we talk about our Sims, and now we're talking about Nintendo Switch. My sister Ebony doesn't have a Switch. Her son does, but I want to get her own so I can convince her to play. Like, it's bad. Whenever I like something, I want other people to do it too. So I'm most likely going to buy my sister Ebony her own Nintendo Switch so my nephew doesn't mess it up. Speaking of my nephew, his butt, he was like, Titi, I need you to like give me a book. And I'm like, what book? He has a book fair going on right now at school, and he's like, I really got a book that we gotta get. And I'm like, whenever he asks for like educational things or like books, he knows who to go to get that stuff. So I was on the phone with my sister and he's like, I need you to get this one story for me. And I'm like, okay, I'll bite. He's like, yeah, here's what it's called, The Phantom Toll Booth. And I'm thinking like, oh, that sounds so cute. That sounds like a newer book. No, this book is ancient. It just arrived today, but it says Norbert Jester, illustrated by Jules Pfeiffer. And this book looks like, I don't know, like the first copy of Dr. Seuss. Like it looks like when we were first figuring out what cartoons and children's drawings were gonna look like. That's what this book feels like. But my nephew's like, yeah, TC, we need to get a copy of that. So I bought it, forgot I bought it, and it came today with my husband's coffees. So I was like, oh, okay. So he wants me to read this. I have no idea what this book is about, but I always encourage him to read. I got him into reading Babysitter's Club and a whole bunch of different stories, and now he's starting to recommend me stories back, which my brain is like, I'm sorry, what? So the most recent book that we decided on reading was Spookville and the Babysitter's Club. Actually, for the Nostalgic Readathon, I read a Babysitter's Club and he did too. So I'm processing because I don't want to recommend books I haven't read, because for one, I want to read them and make sure they're okay. Sometimes it says it looks like a children's book. It ain't no children's book. Some topics are too much. And my nephew, we want to ease him into things, okay? He is very much like us where he get hyper fixated on certain things. So we're very careful on what we're introducing to him. Right now, he is wanting me to read The Phantom Toll Booth. I don't know when I'm going to read it. Today has been a fun day of planning. So I already kind of told you guys about my photo shoot. That's being planned and coming together very nicely. That'll be in a couple weeks. But then I talked to my husband and we finally figured out what we're doing for the anniversary. So that's a whole nother agenda of things to figure out, but it's getting done. So yeah, I still need to read Circling Back to You. I said I wanted to focus on that one earlier today, but then I realized I hadn't read a lot of pages of The Hidden Gifts. So it's this book is giving me a lot of life in the sense of like, I can relate to it. It's super relatable and it's super cute. And I love that piece. So I'm trying to baby step it almost, you know? So far so good. Right now, I still don't know what I would rank it. If I had to rank this book right now where I'm at, I don't know. I just see a lot of complications happening and I still got like 12 chapters left. So like, it ain't slowing down no time soon. Cause in my mind, I'm like, oh, this is a great novella. They start talking, they got a little communication conflicts, but that's it. Cause I'm not ready. Cause I know they're gonna break up. I know there's gonna be this whole whirlwind about them keeping secrets from each other. I know that's gonna happen, but the heart of hearts of me, she ain't ready. She ain't ready. I'm not ready. So I keep like looking at it, but not picking it up. As far as social media, I've been doing really good today. I did get online to download some more Kindle books because that was available. I want to actually, it's a lot, y'all. There's been a couple days of like free ebooks. I keep calling them Kindle books, but they're ebooks that I read through my Kindle. But there's a lot. I just downloaded so many. And I haven't looked at all. I haven't looked at any of the Amazon Prime books that you get, because when you have Amazon Prime, you also get Amazon Prime Reads. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, baby. I haven't even looked this month because of all the chaos that's been going on. So even though I'm telling myself that, oh, things are going to slow down next month, it ain't looking like nothing's slowing down next month. I still have to get my nails done. I still have to get my hair done. I still have my anniversary. I still have Mother's Day. Oh my gosh, Mother's Day. Okay. There was a lot going on, y'all. And I feel bad because I'm like, oh, I'm just sitting here going over my stuff. But what else am I supposed to do, y'all? There is a ton of books that I just got. I have no idea how many I got. I'm just going to be honest. And the fact that I've read Circling Back to You and my Kindle is aware of it, it is already recommending books to me. And I'm not going to lie, Some of these books I already own. Some of these books I already own. I've read The Donut Trap by her already, so that's already off of the list. A Proposal They Can't Refuse. Ooh, that's cute. Yeah. I think we're onto something. I genuinely believe we're onto something. Ooh. See, these are the reasons why I'd be like, I might want to get, this is why I debate so much with myself about getting Kindle Unlimited, because I'm like, if I just get Kindle Unlimited, I can download and read, etc., etc. But I reread so much, I don't want to give away my books. Like, I don't want to just borrow them. I want them to be mine so I can do what I want with them. I know, I have a problem. I am aware of this. I'm very aware of this. My husband makes sure I'm aware. My plan is to figure out what the heck I want to do, because I'm realizing ebooks is not all that bad. It's not all that bad, but I like to mix it up. I can't do all my reads on Kindle. Like, I love my Kindle, I love reading on it, but I know personally, I gotta feel the pages, I gotta feel the book, I gotta smell the book. Like, I got issues, y'all. No, I have to do both. Sorry, my brain is all over the place. I told y'all, once I get off work, all my brain cells are gone. They're gone. I'm ready to sleep and I'm ready to read, but that's it. I got nothing left for y'all. But tonight I am going to, one, check on my Disney, and then I'm gonna play Princess Peach just for a little bit. Right now it is 7:45, so I can play until like 9-ish while I watch some videos. Yeah, that's the plan. And then today is Tuesday. So tomorrow's Wednesday. Wednesday is writing day. Wednesday, Thursday is writing day. So I'm gonna play some games. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna save a chapter or two for circling back to you for tonight, because that has actually been helping me take my tail to bed. Also, I just heard, I'm such a spaz right now, but I just heard that they're coming out with a new Kindle next year in color. And I don't know, cause okay, hear me out, okay? Hear me out. Do I need 2 Kindles? Do I need any of the things that's in my office? Do I need any of my trinkets, my toys, my books? Do I need any of these things? The answer is absolutely. Absolutely. Say it with me. Absolutely. But I don't know. I want to compare them. I've only had this one for a couple of months. Shout out to Jamie. Still one of the best gifts I ever received. Also, if you're not following Jamie Reads, please do. And she makes all my bookmarks, so just be aware of that. But anywho, shameless plug. Do I want another one? No. Am I obsessed with this one? Yes. But the in color part, I'm like, I have an iPad. If I want to see my books in color, I'll just pick it up on my iPad. But the whole point of me wanting the Kindle was to get rid of the distractions on my iPad, because my Sims be notifying me over there, all my social media apps. And I was like, I could just turn all my stuff off, but then I'll never, ever, ever get a notification, because I don't check notifications whatsoever. It literally gives me stress. It creates stress to see a bunch of notifications. It drives me nuts. My husband does not check his emails, and it's like 30,000 emails, notification on his phone, and I'm like, what is wrong with you? Like, am I the only person like this? Please comment down below and let me know I'm not crazy. But anywho, I digress. I am gonna go ahead and play my video game, because I'm sitting here talking to y'all when I could be playing my game. Here we go. Let's do that. And I will check back in with you guys tomorrow for another update. I just got out of the shower. I'm about to do a little bit of editing right before work. Kind of. I have like 30 minutes before I need to be transitioning into work stuff, but wanted to come on. Today is Wednesday and I have an update, a reading update. So I did do some reading last night to the point that I stayed up too late. The whole point of reading at night is so it'll make me sleepy, but this was getting kind of juicy, so I went to sleep a little bit later than planned, which is terrible. Because y'all know I'm a grandma. I want to go to bed at like 10, 10:30, but I was up until almost like midnight reading this book. Am I finished? No. Was I reading slow? Yes, because I kept falling asleep in between and then waking up and trying to finish. Y'all, I just be setting myself up for failure. But anywho, let's talk about Circling Back to You. It's so cute. It's such a rom-com. It is. Last update I had, they were keeping secrets from each other. Candace did eventually tell him about the job offer from the company that he's trying to win over. He's trying to get this director's position, and he's up against another guy. And they both have great records. However, this will definitely put him in a position to where it's not questionable that he deserves the role. So he's working really hard. Of course, the guy is giving him a hard time, like, yeah, no, we're not really interested. Maybe, we don't know. But Candace has been helping him with just like the facts and telling the story behind what they're offering him. And they're not brokers, but not realtors. Dang it. They work for a company that sells like property to businesses. I can't think of the word right now, but that's what they do. And the guy really likes Candace because she's coming with the facts, she's telling the story, so he offers her a job. She eventually tells Matt, like, hey, he offered me a job, and he invited her to go golfing. So now they're trying to get together, right? And use this golfing event as another opportunity for him to pitch his business ideas or the new location that they're going over. All while he's taking Candace to meet his family. And this is funny because in the beginning of the story, Candace was yelling through the phone when he was on the phone with his grandma. So his grandma knows like he has a lady friend, but everyone assumes that they're together. Hence, they already kind of connected throughout the week and they're dating, but they haven't gotten to the point where they've labeled it. So it's kind of intimidating because Candace did go visit his family and everyone's like, oh, that's your girlfriend, oh, such and such. And she's like, I'm not going to correct them. And he's not either. So we're just going to let this word flow throughout the night. And I just thought very much rom-com-y. Very much rom-com-y. And so far the grandma, his Lola, likes her. So that's a good sign because he's had other women come by before, which he didn't know was a big deal, which I find that hilarious. He had another woman that used to work with them come visit and they were dating and the family did not like her. So the fact that they like Candace, he's very much like, okay, this could work. I really like her. She's very intuitive. She helps me professionally, but also my family likes her. I'm falling for this girl. But here's the thing. Candace is assuming that his stress from the deal that he's working on, she doesn't know about the fact that the issue is that the location he wants to sell is by her parents' house. So in order for them to expand and really sell the property, they got to take the land that her family home is on. So that's why he's been kind of distanced to her, because he doesn't want to tell her, or he doesn't want to tell her at the wrong time. But she's assuming, thanks to her friends be throwing people off, but she's assuming that they're rushing things. She's assuming that he's uncomfortable because the relationship is advancing so soon, because she's only heard of him dating people. She's never heard of him taking someone serious like a girlfriend. So that's the mixed communication happening right now. I'm at the part where she's at the party with his family and everyone's loving her, talking, getting to know her, that kind of thing. So everything is green flags on the family side. But Matt is feeling guilty because he doesn't want to tell her about the location. And Candace is feeling guilty because she's like, here I am taking on this new job. I don't want him to feel intimidated by my role and leaving the company, and they won't work together. And it's such a rom-com-y thing. I didn't think I like business or office romances, if you want to call it that. And I'm really, really thoroughly enjoying this. I'm not pressuring myself to finish it or anything. I'm not rushing through it, so I'm taking my sweet baby time, but I'm thoroughly enjoying this. Yeah, loving it. I gave you guys all my updates on the hidden gifts. I haven't read anything else from it yet, honestly. I think I'm doing what I did last week, which is prioritizing one book and then just skimming the other one on the side to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna put this down and only focus on this one. So I normally talk about my review after, but I forget stuff by then, right? Like I'm always in my reviews like, I like this part, I like this part, I kind of remember this person's name. I think I prefer to do it as I'm reading, so this is pretty nice. Not gonna lie. But all right, I will chat with you guys a little bit later tonight. So today is Thursday, so I wanted to update you guys because I did not update last night after work. So me and the hubby hung out, and I hung out with my sister and played The Sims. I didn't do a lot of reading last night, last couple of chapters, and this book was everything I thought it was gonna be. I have now found the love for office romance because a lot of the movies that I watch, I love a good rom-com. Y'all know I love the cheesy, the predictable, the, oh, she's gonna fall for him. I love it. I eat it up. I was very excited when I read The Donut Trap by her. And now that I see that it's just consistent, Julie know what she's doing. I'm gonna try to finish today, but I did start another book. So I didn't read, I was in an audiobook kind of mood last night. So when I was playing my video games, I was listening to Only for the Week by Natasha, I think that's her name. Started that, got to like chapter 8. I was listening to it hardcore. It's not that long. I think it's like 8 or 9 hours, but I listen at like 2.75 to 3 because I'm impatient. I'd be like, come on, give me the information I'm looking for. And I'm digging it. I like it. It's smutty. So be aware of that. But I think it's entertaining and it's funny. Like I like it. So yeah, that's my updates on reading. I have put down the hidden gifts for now, just because my brain can't compute that she's not a child. Like it's weird because in my mind, I'm like, oh, she's a child. She's like 5th grade. And then she'll say something and I'm like, or is she in high school? My brain, again, is not absorbing the information, and that's when I know it's time to put it down. It's a soft DNF for now, but I'm gonna definitely finishing Circle Back to You between today and tomorrow, and I'm gonna be finishing Only for the Week on audiobook. So that is the update for you, girl. And I'm starting to wonder, am I a romance girly? I don't know. I've always been like, okay, a romance, and I'm always like, this is good. This make you, you know, move your feet on the bed and hee ha ha. But I don't know if I'm a romance girly because I genuinely like cozy murder mysteries. Y'all know that. Also, somebody bought me some cozy murder mystery books for my birthday and I am so excited to read them. I normally gear towards like fantasy and cozy murder mysteries, but lately I want to say between this year and last year, I have been picking up a lot of romance. And I was talking to my sister before because I make a conscious decision to read people of color. I'm just like reading a lot of different perspectives lately. I realized that I need more LGBTQ plus representation on my shelves. I've been saying that for years. And I've started to get a few, and so far I love it. I love a lot of those books that I've picked up so far, but also just like, I realize I don't read a lot of books written by men. I don't. I have a few like Eric Jerome Dickey books and things like that, but I want to say like 85% of the books on my shelves are by women of color. Baby, I'm not here to do math. I'm here to talk books, okay? But I've just been looking at my shelves because of course I'm getting a lot of books at like different time periods because for one, my birthday. That is a huge pivotal book space for me. I buy myself books. My people are sending me books. Friends are recommending books or bookish things. So it's normal that I would have like a large variety of books I'm putting back on my shelves. But interesting enough, since I bought my scanner and my stamp, it forced me to go through every single book that's on my shelf. And I'm going to be honest, I was reintroduced to things that I purchased and was like, I haven't read this. Oh, I want to read that. Oh, I'm still very much interested and I'm excited about that. But it also made me sit back and think about how and what I'm reading. And I'm seeing that dynamic change. You all know, if you've been watching my channel for a long time, you know that I have been kind of wanting to find my favorite book in every genre there is. And I know that's a ridiculous expectation, but it's what I want to do. And I have been like processing that with what I've been purchasing as well. Although I'm not buying a lot of things out at one time. This month honestly was the first month that I was just like, I'm gonna buy me some books. Like at the beginning of the year, I told you guys I wanted to focus more on my shelf, and I'm not on a book buying ban. I'm just, you know, wanting to buy when I want to buy and not just do these crazy large hauls, you know? Like just because it's a sale doesn't mean I need to buy 50 books. I digress, because the next haul y'all see is gonna be like 50, 60 books. But in my defense, it's books I bought myself, it's books I got for my birthday, and there's books for like friends just recommending books and then giving them to me. So I'm very aware of what I'm exposing my mind to lately. And I'm just seeing the evolution of my reading, and I love that. I love it. When I first came to this space, I was picking up everything, anything that people said was good. And the more that I'm reading, the more I'm finding like this little space that I kind of really, really love. And it's funny because I was watching TikTok and people were like, when you first get into the book space and when you first start reading, you're immediately hit and exposed to white authors. A lot of the big names like Sarah J. Maas and all that, everyone who really first come in are immediately force-fed. This is what you should be reading. This is the best books out there. This is what you need. And then, of course, if you have childhood books that you like, you kind of sometimes go back to that and go from there. And that's what I found myself doing. I came into this space, started doing some, you know, watching videos, seeing what was out there. And people were like, here are these books that you should be reading. These are the best books ever. And that's not to discredit the talent that is those books and those stories, but I'm starting to find my sense of a book space and what I'm interested in and what I find to be entertaining or emotionally powerful. Like I am really starting to figure out what I like. And that's where my quest of being or finding my first book that I love in every genre, because I didn't know what the hell I liked. So I was just listening to everyone's opinion, and now I'm in the place where I'm curating and finding my own. So yeah, that's just what my brain is right now. It's just I came in one way and I'm starting to find myself in a lot of places. And then on top of that, I'm a mood reader. On top of that, I am a mood reader. So one moment I'm like, yeah, give me this romance. Let's dig it. Let's wiggle it out. And the next thing you know, I'm like, let's pick up a cozy mystery because this is depressing. So I back up. I digress. I pull back. But these are the things that I think about all the time. And I think that was the best approach for me in that moment. But now I do my homework. I do my due diligence. My sister was making fun of me yesterday because I was looking at books and then I was Googling the authors to see if they were problematic or racist or make any, you know, crazy things that they do, because I personally don't know how to separate the artist and the art. For those who can, good for you. But if you're a shit person, I don't want to support you. I don't want to finance your shitty ass ideologies, okay? Because the more money you give people, guess what? The more you're going to see them. The more they make an impact. And I don't want to do that. Do I have some problematic authors on my shelves right now as we speak? Abso-fucking-lutely. But is that prior to me knowing who they are as people? Yes. You don't have to agree. You could disagree. Y'all can comment in the comments how y'all feel about it. But the truth of the matter is, I personally cannot separate the two. I don't believe in supporting crappy people. Do I think people make bad decisions and it happens in life? Absolutely. That's how you learn. But for the people who continuously make these decisions and not hearing the voices or not listening to the voices of the people they're impacting with their shitty comments and their shitty decisions, it's a wrap, baby. You gotta go. Pack it up. Pack it up. You gotta go. So I just have a lot of thoughts right now to the point that I'm not reading again, but I thought it was a good topic at the moment. Can you tell I'm spiraling? I feel like I talked so much during this vlog than I have ever before. And I don't do a lot of discussion content or videos because I got a lot of opinions. I got a lot of opinions that I do not share because I feel like a lot of that, it's enough of that going on right now. We got so many podcasts. We got so many other content creators who have opinions about a lot of things to the point that it's like, eh. Also, I don't have the time nor the patience to go back and forth with people. I got 12 billion things going on. Sorry, I just smacked the hell out of my Kindle. But I got 12 billion things going on and I don't have the mental capacity or space for ignorance. So when I make these comments, when I say how I feel, it's always that one person that feels like, oh, because we think differently, it's time to argue. No, baby, go about your motherfucking day and let me do mine. Go about your day. This doesn't impact you. This has nothing to do with you. And it's always somebody who it does not affect that has the most to say. And it literally makes me want to vomit. Because in my heart of hearts, it's like, everybody has a right to an opinion. Great. But not every opinion has to be said out loud. It doesn't have to be a part of the conversation, especially when it doesn't impact you. Right? Like if someone says something about the Black experience and you're not a Black person, you're not in that culture, that's not something that literally impacts you. Do you have thoughts on it? Maybe, sure. Do you have opinions on it? Maybe, sure. But if you're making harmful comments and don't have to deal with the repercussions of the comments that you make, it's weird. It's weird. So I'm done ranting. Because my brain is now spiraling. If you guys can't tell, I'm spiraling. So I need to chill and quiet the noise with a little read. But I wanted to update you guys and I did that, but you guys got a little rant instead. Hi friends. I just have a few minutes to kind of wrap up this vlog and then I have to hop into work. But I wanted to make sure I finalize the week with this book. Ultimately, I am going to rank this 4 stars. Is it worth the read? In my opinion, yes. The rom-com-y vibes was all through and through. The miscommunication, the keeping the secrets, the office affection, the meeting the parents, all was in this book. And I personally absolutely enjoyed it and loved it. So, updating you guys, I finished Circling Back to You as well as Only for the Week by Natasha Bishop, and I also gave that, I think, 4 stars, like 4.5 stars. Had a great time. It was real smutty, but it was really cute. So I initially started this vlog attempting to read 2 other books, but I decided to shift gears. Hence, y'all get to see me and my full-fledged mood reader vibes. I always have a set goal to read all these books, but I never can read them in order. I never like stick to finishing them, and that's what makes me a mood reader. I never can stick to finishing the books I start with. So I started with The Interception, Hidden Gifts, and Circling Back to You. Decided on putting down Hidden Gifts, and then I'm gonna read Interception probably over the weekend, perhaps. I did request the audiobook, but it's not ready, so I might just go ahead and read it and get it over with. But Circling Back to You, loved it. Loved it, loved it, loved it. This is my second book by her, and I was looking her up on Storygraph, and she actually has another book that released at the end of last year. I might cop that, because I like her books. I like her stories. They have the rom-com-y vibes. They have the romance vibes, but she does a good job at implementing real life things, like real issues that people in this age group would have. Like, for example, the donut shop was just like figuring out who you want to be outside of what your parents tell you who you should be. And the main character in that book she wrote was very realistic in the point of, I did all the things that I was supposed to do. Now what? Now what do I want? Now what? I don't know. And the struggles of not knowing. Like, it's really easy when you're younger to pick a job that you know will make money, that will continue to be relevant. It's really easy to stay on task when you've picked something so practical, right? Like, I want to be a lawyer, I want to be a doctor. Those are very practical, like, jobs, right? Because you have everything kind of laid out for you, which is like, oh, you get the degree, oh, you learn, you get the job, you do the thing. Like the steps are laid out once you've made that decision. But when you don't make decisions that are very practical because you choose to find something that you genuinely love, not saying that people don't love practical jobs, but, or professions or careers, but there's a large percentage of people who just don't like it. It's not fun. It's not enjoyable. And although it makes a lot of money, they don't want to be miserable. Like me, for example. I refuse to be miserable. I don't want to be miserable because I want to pay bills or whatever. My dream job is to be a house mom, but am I highly educated and do I have a lot of talents that I like to put into the world? Absolutely. So with that, there's a lot of people who choose the other route that is not very practical, that is not very laid out, and it's a lot harder to identify what you like or what you love. I think I saw this post of someone talking about just because you're talented in something doesn't make it your passion, doesn't mean that you like it. And she was talking about the hair care industry and how just because you know how to braid doesn't mean you should open a salon and be a braider. It doesn't mean that you love doing it. You just have the talent to do it, or you have it as a hobby. And just because it's a hobby doesn't mean it should be your profession. But let me chill. I'm going into a whole nother direction that I wanted this video to go into because I'm supposed to be wrapping it up. But to my point, I really like how she implements not just the rom-com, not just the love and the affection that comes with building a relationship with a significant other, but she also slides in some really powerful things in this book. I have to read the last kind of wow moment I had in the book to you guys, just so y'all know what I'm talking about. She was in the midst of talking to Matt about moving to California, is where her family is, but they're somewhere else for work. They're there for the job and all that. But she said something along the lines of, I don't know how I'm supposed to take care of someone who didn't take care of me, referring to her parent. And in this story, she doesn't have a healthy relationship with her father, especially since her mom passed. And now that he's getting older, her big brother has been taking care of her dad, right? Taking care of him full-fledged. But now her brother is starting to start his own family where his partner is expecting. So of course he's like, the conversation is, well, what's going to happen with dad? Because he's refusing to sell the home. He's refusing to move out. So in her mind, she's like, I don't want to move back home, and I don't want to move in with my dad, and I don't want to take care of him. I can't handle that. And she said, like, Tristan will forget things. He'll be forgiving. I won't. Because it's hard for her to be supportive and care for her dad when he did not foster that type of relationship when she needed it. And I just thought that was so freaking real. So real. Like the dynamics of parents getting older and the conflicts of who's going to take care of them, who's going to be their main source or their primary supporter, you know? And as a person who's the oldest, that question comes up to me all the time because I have parents who are getting older and they're like, well, what do we do now? Who's going to take care of them? Who's going to do this? Now, I do have a sister with disabilities, so that adds an extra layer of mom's getting too old to take care of our sister. So who's going to take care of my sister? You know, like things like that. And I really, really appreciate that she puts those kind of narratives into her stories. So it's not just like work. It's not just like a partner, but it's like all kinds of layers of family dynamics, and baby, I think she does it so well. So I digress. Ultimately, I gave this book a 4-star rating. I've seen Storygraph, so a few people gave it like a 3.5 or a 3-star. That's to each their own, but I really appreciate how she puts so many layers into this book. It's so well done. But it is time for your girl to head to work. I'm over here chatting with y'all. The Natasha Bishop book was really good. I listened to it while I was cleaning my patio, and it's very smutty. It was really fun. The sister character, baby, work it out. Work it out. You need a hug, because ain't no way in hell I'm gonna date somebody, let alone marry somebody that used to date my sister. Excuse me? Don't worry. I will give you guys a whole kind of review on that book, but just so you know, I finished 2 books this week. So I'm gonna take it offline here, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It's very different from me because I don't talk a lot about the books I'm reading. I talk about my like interest in them and what they're about, but I don't do a lot of like wrap up content on my channel. If you like this kind of stuff, comment down below. Let me know your thoughts about the video in general. But yeah, it's your girl BooksWithBonnie. I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.